Well, hello, my friends. Day 2 in Ireland, and what sits behind us here on Warchant TV is a castle. What was that, about 1192, I think we learned?
I believe so.
Warren, you and I were inside. That's Irish Fellow. I'm Jeff Cameron. Welcome in, Warchant TV, warchant.com. This has been a full day, a fun day, but we're actually going to begin with some football news. Florida State announcing the 3 players that will make their way to Charlotte, where we'll be next week. And no real surprises on a couple of them. Let's start with Jordan Travis. Everybody knew that would be the case. Obviously, Jared Verse, a quota second and a superstar in his own right. And Kalen DeLoach, I thought that was an interesting choice.
Yeah, you can't have a Heisman Trophy contender have a website devoted to his Heisman campaign without inviting Jordan Travis. That was obvious. I think he's been 3 years in a row now. He came the first year with Mackenzie Milton, and he came last year.
It was awkward.
And then it was, but and then Jared Verse, he's obviously the pick on defense. And then they're allowed to bring 3 players. I guess Ryan Fitzgerald didn't get the invitation, so they went with another defensive player. And Kalen DeLoach is a cool pick because for 2 reasons. Number one, he hasn't gotten a ton of shine, but he is a really, I think he's an insightful guy, a real talkative guy, and a team leader. So I think it's a neat pick. They brought Fabian Lovett in the past. He would have been a candidate. Trey Benson would have been a good candidate. Johnny Wilson. There are a lot of other candidates, but I like the pick of Kalen DeLoach because I think he's kind of a program guy. He's been here his whole career.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
He stands for, kind of where this program was and where it's gone to.
And he's a kid who has a chance to have a great season. I thought through half the season a year ago, he looked like he was shot out of a cannon. Over time, it looked like he got a little bit dinged and slowed down a little bit. But if he stays healthy, he's a really good football player. All our linebackers this year are going to be pretty clean with this defensive line, we think. So Florida State has a chance to see some better linebacker play with those guys going sideline to sideline. So good for Kalen DeLoach. I don't know where you want to segue from here to say this has been an experience and a half as we made our way from Dublin to Waterford.
Yeah, and this was a weird timing because we're actually getting a little bit of a sun shower, but it has been glorious weather for most of today. And, this time of year can be a little dicey in Ireland, but, man, it's like since we got our tour guides have been joking with us, since we got here, we brought the sunshine from Florida, and it's been fantastic. We had a great day today. We got to see just so many of the port city and just so much of the nature of Ireland.
Oldest city in Ireland here at Waterford, and it's Riverside, and it's just to our left over there. And the folks here are so incredibly proud of this city, and they should be. And we've been told, and we learned a lot about how much this has been transformed in the last 20 years, and so much to see, so many things to do. But the people are very, very proud and very helpful, I would say, too. And, I think the rolling hills is what you think about when you think of Ireland, and the green and the lush colors, and you get that here in Waterford, along with the great history, which we speak of all the time. We just did a Viking exhibit, King of the Vikings, here in Waterford, which was fascinating. You learn of the history.
Vikings have a complicated history. Not all good. It's not all good. So
kind of violent. The Vikings were.
But it's a great exhibit. And then we went to Dunmore East, a fishing village over outside, about 20 minutes outside of town, and it is just glorious. We have fish and chips.
Fish and chips, perfect drive. We got to see a smaller version of the Cliffs of Moher, if you will, is what it looks like, with that beautiful side with the Irish Sea in the background. Like Ira said, incredible weather, but again, great hospitality. So a wonderful time there. We got to see one of only 2, by the way, here in Waterford. A time museum, if you will, with clocks. I mean, there's one in Pennsylvania and there's one here. Right. Everything else is just kind of like a half exhibit. Here they have amazing timepieces. Saw that Wake Museum, which is incredible.
It might have been quicker to get to Pennsylvania, but we came to Ireland
instead.
Went to this time museum.
It's a more scenic drive and a better time.
Several museums. You also went to a medieval museum.
I did. Yeah.
And they like in a lot of cities, they have the tour passes where you can go to several different museums during your stop. But also Waterford, everybody knows Waterford for Waterford Crystal. And first of all, we got to see some amazing craftsmanship, learn so much about that process. These craftsmen, they spend 8 years learning to do the craft before they can actually come on board, correct?
Just to be able to do what you all picture them doing and of them doing, the intricacies, the work of the sculpting, if you will. Yeah, we learn that entire process from the beginning of the molding, the blowing, the way that they create. We got an up-close and personal tour of that. I know Aslan's going to be able to, and we shot a lot of video and plenty of pictures. You got to make a glass, buddy, and design. I did too, so did Aslan. It was incredible. They let us take that on our way, and it's been engraved It's something that, certainly I think people who come to Waterford are going to do. You're going to go to Waterford Crystal.
Yeah, some of the, they've got some unbelievable things, artifacts and things that they've created. Some of them with an actual size violin made out of Waterford crystal, with a price tag of about $37,000.
Somewhere there.
I'm thinking selling my glass for about $125. The glass that I made.
The original Ira, the original
the one
Chauffeur.
that I made. I don't know how much you're going to get for yours.
What'd you say, 120?
No, $1.25.
Yours was better than mine. I'm going to go with 75 cents right there, 75 cents.
But that was cool. We got to actually do that. They said King Charles and Camille have been there before.
They were the last people before us, and then we stepped in, and I think probably the guys who work here had a better time with us today than they did King Charles and Camilla. One would venture a guess. We looked like pros by the time we were done. Fantastic time. And then it's off to dinner tonight, so should be a blast. We'll continue to check in with you guys throughout the week as we get an opportunity to kind of showcase more and more of what's offered here in Ireland for you guys. Seminoles to Ireland, you can go check it out.
Yes.
All the packages, obviously. Continue to check out our social media as we'll update you frequently along with Pod.
All of the awesome videos Aslan's putting out, including this one right here.
I said it yesterday, yeah.
And yeah, SeminolesToIreland.com is the website, and it's just incredible. I mean, again, we've only been here 2 days so far, but it's been more than anything we could have imagined.
A lot more on the horizon, I should say. So until next time, we thank Aslan for the hard work he's done behind the camera. He's Ira Chauffeur. I'm Jeff Cameron. Be well, everybody. Talk to you soon.